Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to Jen's Place. Thank you for tuning in today. Today I will be doing a review on Life After Lockup Season 3, Episode 26, Truth Bombs. The episode starts off, we have Brittany and Marcelino. As we know, in the last episode, Brittany and her mom had went to go do therapy and stuff. And so in this episode, Brittany and Marcelino is out looking for Brittany's mom. They are spending like hours and hours looking for her. They go to the what is it called? They go to the hotel where she's been staying at and she's not there. They get into the hotel and Marcelino's like, the bed is made up, so basically nobody's been here all night. Nobody's slept here. So they're just going around looking for her. Then after that, we go to the next couple, which is Sarah and Michael. And they were arguing, and as we thought in the last episode that Sarah left him with the baby. She actually didn't leave the baby there. She just went outside. So Michael followed her outside, and they continued with their argument in front of the baby. The little girl, she told the older girl to go like away from them a little bit and then go into the hotel area where Michael was staying at. So she went in there, the little girl went in there, and Michael's just telling her basically like, I don't want to keep getting into it with you about the kids and stuff. This is about the kids. We need to basically get along for the kids, and the only reason why you are acting like this, you act like this every time you mad at me, so you taking it out on me seeing the kids or talking to the kids. And Sarah's telling him, you a lie basically. And she goes on with this black voice that she just do this black voice every time she talks to Michael. It's like her hood side comes out. She's getting all ghetto. Okay, so they arguing and in front of the baby girl, and the baby girl starts crying. So then Sarah takes the baby girl from Michael, and she was like, forget this, I'm leaving, I don't even want to talk about this anymore, because basically, Michael, you not giving me credit for being a single mom while you were in jail and doing whatever you doing. I'm here raising these kids and you not helping. And she's basically just sick of it. And we all know that she want to get back with him, and if he asks her to, she will be back with him at the drop of a dime. So, anyways, they still going at it. She goes and tells the little girl go into the hotel and stand by the stroller. So the little girl go in there. Then Sarah's like sick of talking to him. Then she go in there and get the little girl out. Michael follows her in there, telling her basically, you need to just tell the truth, tell the truth about, what's really going on, that, you know how I am. So basically, she's about to leave. She done put the kids in the car, and he's sitting on a little bench, and he's called her name, and she goes over there, and he's telling her like, you just take the kids home, and then I'll hit you up later, come over there and visit, we could talk about it, whatever. And basically we just need to be civil for these kids. And she was like, at this point, okay, I'm just gonna be civil for the kids, okay? So that was the end of that. She drives off and goes home. We don't really see nothing else about them. That was it. So then we have Destiny and Sean. Sean is at the house making some barbecue. Looked like he had some hamburgers, hot dogs, and cheese, and I don't know what else that was in the bag. Looked like some fries or something. Anyways, he was getting his food together, and basically he called Destiny, and while he called Destiny, she was talking to her mom, and her mom was just telling her, you know, you need to turn yourself in, and Destiny just don't really want to do all that. I got me some wine, y'all, because this episode was a mess. Anyway, so Destiny, she goes talking to her mom. They out on the porch drinking some alcohol, and Destiny's like, you know, I really don't want to deal with Sean. You know, he called me. I thought that he was, basically she thought that he was her knight in shining armor, that he was coming to save her. He was going to solve all her problems with all his money and stuff, and that she could just use him for his money. And it didn't work out that way, you know. So anyways, her mom was just telling her that she needs to turn herself in, and she really don't want to do that. So she's like, I'll think about it. And then Destiny lets us know that when she was younger, she got sexually assaulted by her uncle for like a lot of years, but she ended up getting him sent to jail for 25 years to life. So that's really what stemmed all her problems. Excuse me, y'all, my nose is itching. That's really what stemmed all her problems, she says. And she says that she just started doing drugs and, you know, just doing whatever she wanted to do, basically, because that she was sexually assaulted when she was younger. And it was by her uncle, family member, and her mom must have knew about it or something, because, you know, her mom did know if he got in prison for that. But anyways, her mom was a drug addict, and she's blaming, you know, it on her mom, that with her mom being a drug addict, that's the reason why, you know, she didn't really get to live the life that she wanted to live. So anyways, she's talking to the producers and telling them all that, and then her and her mom go inside and talk a little more about it. And her mom just basically tells her she loves her, she's going to be there for her no matter what. If she goes to jail, if she decides to run, whatever she got going on, she's going to be there for her and her sister. So that was the end of that. Sean is calling Destiny because he wants to make sure that she goes to that court, because he's like, $50,000 is a lot to be having on the line. And Destiny just like, I don't even want to deal with Sean no more. I don't know what I want to do. She's so concerned about this being sentenced to 7 years in jail. She can't think straight, really. So, anyways, that is what happened with her. We also see her go to a park to meet up with the tarot reader, and that girl's reading her fortune or whatever, and shows her the cards that she picks, and one of them is like a person with a sword and all this stuff. So basically, you know, whatever is happening in her life right now is coming true on those terror things. And, you know, I don't believe in that kind of stuff, so I don't really want to get into that. So then after that, we see who do we see? Oh, we see Andrea and Lamar. Andrea is backing up out of the driveway, and she has her 3 kids in the car. Well, the son gets out of the car, and he's like, you know, I'm not going with you. I'm staying here with Lamar. She's telling the kids, don't look at him. You know, just keep your eyes straight. Don't look at him. You know, look away. And just acting crazy. So the son gets out of the car like, you know, I'm not going to go with her, because Lamar is, you know, trying to make this work. Basically, my mama is crazy, and Lamar is just trying to, you know, make this work. He seems like a good guy, even though, you know, he did a lot of time in prison. It seems like he really wants to have a family setting. He wants that, and Andrea just doesn't know how to not act so crazy and flip out about crazy stuff, little things she don't even need to be flipping out about. And she's supposed to be a Mormon, but she's steadily flipping out on this man for every little thing that he's doing. Keep it up, and somebody else is gonna come along and swoop him right on up out of your life, and he will not be your husband no more. Anyway, so she's taking her two daughters, to go to a hotel room, and they go check in at a hotel, and Lamar and the son Tennyson is there at the house, and Lamar is just pacing outside back and forth, and he's nervous. He don't know, basically like what they gonna do, what Andrea's gonna do. He don't know if she's gonna leave or not, and it's just a mess. So the son seems like he's the only one in that family. The son, her older son and her older daughter, seems like they're the only ones that got sense. They both talk, really respectful to their mom, to Lamar. Even when they made it to the hotel, Lamar texted the daughter like, "Are y'all okay?" And the daughter was like, responded back like, "Yeah, we okay." And she's like, she asked Lamar, was him and Tennyson okay? And he said yes. So you could tell right there that, Lamar has a good relationship with her kids, even though they're not his kids. He's a good stepdad to them, and they really respect him, and, they just sick of seeing all the fighting and stuff. So, Andrea is sitting on the bed talking to her daughter Priscilla, and Priscilla's like, "I don't want you guys to fight. I don't like when you guys fight with each other, because it makes me feel like y'all gonna not be together anymore, and we won't be a family anymore." So Andrea's just sitting there thinking, feeling stupid, probably saying, but she did say that her and Lamar, they either need to figure it out, talk it out, or not be together in a relationship. And that's really what needs to go on. Either you're going to be together, or you're not. Just simple as that. Anyways, that was the end of them. So then we go to Sean and Lacey and John. Sean, John, Lacey. Okay. So Lacey is out eating dinner with one of her friends, and then John is basically stalking the girl, talking about he's seen on her Facebook that she was out eating somewhere. So he shows up there, but he didn't go in. He just sitting outside of the place in his truck, and like, she ain't answering my calls, she ain't answering my texts, so she's gonna have to talk to me eventually. I'm gonna get to talk to her. And then he drives off, and Lacey's telling her friend, John texted me and I didn't respond, and I'm not gonna tell Sean about it. And her friend is like, "Yeah, because that's just gonna cause more drama. So Sean is at her husband Sean is at the golf thing with her dad, with Lacey's dad, and they talking. Lacey's dad lets Sean know that John is out of jail, and Sean didn't know that John was out of jail because Lacey didn't tell him nothing. So we all know that Lacey has a thing for John, and John knows it too. That's why, he ain't really tripping, because he know that he's gonna talk with her eventually. He's going to get to see her, Like he said in the last episode, she's like a drug to him. So that was the end of that. Well, that wasn't the end of them. Sean tells, Lacey's dad asks Sean, "What would you do if if John comes around the house?" And Sean says he's gonna hit him in the head with a golf club or whatever. But basically, if Sean gets in trouble, he's gonna have to go back to do 15 years in jail. And Lacey was like, telling her friend, if he does anything, he will go back to jail for like 15 years. And that John would just love that. I'm like, girl, This is just too much drama. And you pregnant. You need to get it together and just live your life. Okay? If you want to be with Sean, be with Sean. If you want to be with him, you married to the man. You know, be with him and live your life and leave that other dude, John, alone. So, she also lets us know that Sean do have a job. He's working, you know, temp service jobs, but something's better than nothing, okay? Then that was the end of them. Then we see who else was next. Oh, Brittany and Marcelino, go back to them. Brittany was looking for her mama for 5 hours, and she decided to go back to the hotel when it was 5 hours. You know, she went back to the hotel and where her mama was staying at, and it was like a whole bunch of police over there. She was looking. She didn't see her mama. She was sitting, you know, in her car with Marcelino and their dog, and she finally sees her mama like walk up, and she was like, there she goes right there. And Marcelino was like, get out and get her, you know, get out and get her. Marcelino's like, you know, Cindy is putting my family at risk. You know, we out here in this drug area at this time of night. You know, anything could happen. It's dangerous out here. And Marcelino's telling Brittany, like, look, we got 3 kids at home. They waiting for us to get there. You know, we ain't got time for this. Just leave your mama and let her be. But Brittany's like, you know, I'm not giving up on my mama. That's just what I'm not going to do. You know, you either going to be here or you're not. And Marcelino's like, I'm not about to leave my wife out here. You know, it's dangerous out here. And that's a good thing that he didn't. Anyway, she sees her mama. She goes up to her mama, tells her mama, you know, why don't you just come back to my house? And her mama was like, all right. So she just got in the car with them, and then they drove off and went back to Brittany's house, I'm guessing. So she told her mama to stay home, stay at her house for the night, and they could talk about it in the morning. But on the ride there to her house, she asked her mama, you know, just be honest, what was you really doing? Because her mama lied and said she was going to go see her boyfriend, which her mama was really going to go find some pills, you know. And so she needs to just help her mama get off drugs, like put her in a rehab somewhere, you know, where she can actually get the help that she needs to get. Because obviously this little therapy session ain't working. She needs to go to a rehab place, you know, to get up off them drugs that she's on. Okay? So that was the end of them, Marcelino and Brittany. Oh, and then the last but not least, we got what is that girl's name? Lindsay and Scott. So Lindsay is sitting there at the house, you know, messing up Scott's office. She done carved in his desk FU on the desk. And then she, you know, poured powder everywhere, threw all his stuff on the floor and poured powder on everything, just messing stuff up. So, Scott finally comes home and he walks through the house and goes to the back of the house like, you know, what are you doing, you know? And he's like, well, I'm not going to talk to her when she's acting like this because, you know, it's just a recipe for disaster, basically. So he goes and sits outside, and Lindsay comes out there talking about it's time to talk, no more lies, on her way out. I feel like this girl, she got some mental problems. Something is wrong with her. Literally, something is wrong with that girl. So she's just crazy. She just seems like a psycho. Something's wrong with her. So she goes outside and they start talking, and she's asking him, you know, so how long have you been messing with the streetwalkers? And he's like, I only mess with escorts, you know. And he was like, well, I met one in jail, basically. Talking about Lindsay, that he met her 2 years ago in jail, you know. And so she is like saying that he is not the person that she thought he was gonna be, and she's just basically sick of him, and she told him that he's gonna reap what he sowed, basically, that whatever he did to her, she's going to do tenfold to him. She's gonna be doing somebody in his bed by next week, and it's over. And Scott said the same thing, basically, that it's over between them. He said that he really cares for her, but he doesn't think that their relationship is going to work out. That is the end of my review, because that's all that happened in that episode. But that's the end of my review, and I hope you liked it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And subscribe to my channel, guys. Thank you. See you in the next video.